Hey everybody, it's Jeremy and Dusty. We're here to talk to you about the nutrition challenge starting next Monday coming up. This nutrition challenge is going to be focused on your lifestyle day in and day out for the next 6 weeks. We're going to be calling it the Cinco de Mayo Lifestyle Challenge of 2014. So, to start it off with, we're going to talk about paleo, we're going to talk about zone, what each of those are, and then we'll start to get into the nitty gritty of the challenge and what it actually is going to look like. Challenge is going to be almost entirely online through Beyond the Whiteboard, which is going to be excellent. You can do that through your desktop computer, through your iPhone or your Android phone applications on those devices. So real quick, Dusty, tell me, what is paleo?
All right, so paleo, you think about you're going to eat like a caveman, right? You're going to eat meat, fish, eggs. You're going to eat vegetables. You're going to eat some fruit, very little starch, and no sugar, right? So at the grocery store, you want to stay around the perimeter of the grocery store where all the fresh foods are, the deli, the veggies. Up in the middle rows, you've got a lot of flour, cereal, whole grains, things that traditionally you'd think were good but are not paleo, and we're going to stay away from for this challenge. One thing that's around the edges that you're going to stay away from is dairy. So don't get your milk and your cheese and everything like that. Caveman didn't have it, so we're not going to have it. No dairy for you. Another thing is beans are not paleo. They're legumes, as well as peanuts. Sorry, peanut butter lovers. No peanut butter, no peanuts.
What about almond butter, Dusty?
Oh, almonds are definitely nuts. So
There's
you
an
can
alternative,
you can
yes.
have almond butter. It's delicious.
Excellent.
Yes, it's very good on bananas, which are also paleo. What other? Sweet potatoes. For the purposes of this challenge, sweet potatoes are going to be paleo, and that's where you're going to get your little starch that we talked about. If you want to have a sweet potato with your meal, that's all fine and good. And I can't see anything wrong with a sweet potato. It's nutritious and delicious. What else we got? Okay, so we said no sugar, right? So there are some alternative sweeteners that you can have, such as honey. Honey's fine, agave nectar, and I feel like there's one more that I'm missing. Maple syrup, pure maple syrup. But we want to avoid having too much of these.
Right, so everything you just mentioned, sweet potato, starch, honey, agave nectar, and pure maple syrup, these are all things that have a high glycemic index. When we get into the zone diet, that really becomes a big part of why we eat smaller proportions of some carbohydrates. We'll get into that more later, but what we want you to get out of this is honey allowed? Yes. Agave nectar allowed? Yes. Is pure maple syrup allowed? Yes. Is that going to consist of every meal of every day of this challenge? No. These are in moderation foods, something that you definitely should keep less than 3 servings a day of them. And when I say a serving, look on the nutrition label or look it up online. What's a serving of agave nectar? And that'll give you the answer there. All right, so paleo, that was pretty quick. It's not extremely hard, but you have to remember that no dairy and no grains, right? If you want to know what's not in it, and of course, no sugars. All right, so moving on into the zone diet. What is the zone diet? We're going to have a segue real quick and let Dr. Barry Sears, the inventor of the zone diet, talk to us for about 90 seconds about that here in just a minute. But really quick, what I want you to get out of the zone diet is that we're taking the 3 macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and putting them in equal proportions throughout every meal of every day to keep your body balanced in its hormone responses to those foods that you're taking in. So here's Dr. Barry Sears. See you in a minute.
Although it's clear from the medical research the zone diet is the best diet, especially in regards to controlling silent inflammation, people often say, it's so hard. I have to think so much. I have to balance protein, carbohydrate, and fat. In reality, it's a lot easier than you think, because all you need is one hand and one eye. And here are all the rules you need to follow the zone diet on a lifetime basis. In each meal, divide your plate into 3 equal sections. On 1/3 of the plate, you put some low-fat protein that is no bigger or thicker than the palm of your hand. The other 2/3 of the plate, you fill it until it's overflowing with fruits and vegetables. Those are the carbohydrates that have lots of color. And finally, you add a dash of heart healthy monounsaturated fat. What's a dash? Small amount. And what's heart healthy monounsaturated fat? It could be olive oil, slivered almonds, or guacamole. And by doing so, you have now put together a tasty drug that will keep silent inflammation under control for the next 4 to 6 hours. And this gives rise to what I call the zone paradox. Even though you're eating a large volume of food, you're not eating a lot of calories. Why? Because you're basically maintaining satiety. You simply aren't hungry. With the zone diet, you have a guaranteed, clinically proven program for a longer and better life. That's my guarantee. It's also the guarantee of the medical research that supports it.
So welcome back. Thanks for watching Dr. Barry Sears. Dusty's going to explain real quick, what are we expecting out of you for you to be able to consider a meal or a day living in the zone during this challenge. What do you got, Dusty?
Yeah, so Dr. Sears, that's a great video, Dr. Sears, and it does a really good job of summing up what we are looking for in this challenge. For those of you that have done our challenges before and they're familiar with the zone, we're not expecting you to count your blocks, to weigh your food. For those of you that have done zone before, this will be a nice, you'll have a really good idea of how to dial in each meal. But this is also a really good primer for those that are not used to the zone and have not, or don't have a lot of familiarity with it.
Absolutely.
So, so what we're looking for is exactly what Dr. Sears said. You take a look at your plate, and you're going to get your protein, your meat, your lean meat there. It's not going to be any bigger than the palm of your, bigger or thicker than the palm of your hand. And then you're basically going to take the rest of your plate, and it's going to be veggies, hopefully. A little fruit's good too, but mostly veggies. We're going to lean on those veggies for this challenge. As much as you can, get your carb values from the veggies. And then if you've cooked those veggies in, say, I don't know, a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, then that gets you your fat for that meal. So you've got your protein, your carbs, and your fat at every meal. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be honor system, obviously, and you're going to have to use your judgment. If you feel like your meal looks like that plate with, about 3 to 4 ounces of meat, and then a whole mound of veggies surrounding it, cooked in maybe a little bit of oil, or if you have some almond slivers on your veggies or something like that, then that gets you in the zone for the purposes of this challenge.
Live in the zone.
That's right.
Okay, so Dusty maybe just came up with this question. What about snacks? Snacks in paleo? Well, that could be easy. Eat some jerky. That's a snack, right? Eat a piece of bacon by itself. That's a snack, right? A handful of almonds. That's paleo. That's a snack. But what if I wanted to have a zone snack, Dusty? If I wanted to be able to check off that my day was full of zone everything, how do I do that?
So a good zone snack would be something like maybe a couple pieces of jerky, an apple, and a little small fistful of almonds would be a good zone snack. Or maybe a couple eggs and an orange and a couple macadamia nuts. You can with the nuts, typically it's about a palmful, a little fistful of almonds will get you there. But yeah, that'll get you a zone snack.
Yeah.
And eggs. While we're talking about it, eggs are a protein, and they're pretty much equivalent. Would be your palm-sized steak would be equivalent of about 4 eggs. So 1 egg to an ounce of steak.
Right. Please. Okay, so to sum it up, paleo, meats, fish,
eggs,
vegetables, eggs, fruit, nuts and seeds, little starch, no sugar. Zone, proportioning that diet of macronutrients between proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. If you want to get down to percentages, we're looking 40% carb, 30% protein, 30% fat. If you can make your plate look like that, about your fist or palm of your hand, protein, the rest of the plate's carbohydrates. Dogs are barking in the background. If that's what you can make your plate look like, maybe a little fat, couple, 3, 5, 6 almonds, not 20, right? Making sure that you're keeping your plate looking like that, then we would call that a paleo zone meal, right? If you are just going hog wild and having a 20-ounce T-bone steak tonight, and that was all you ate, that is just a paleo meal. Okay? All right, so there's going to be lots of questions. Lots of questions are going to come our way. We want you to send them to us. You can send them to jeremy@crossfitspringbranch.com. What's your email address?
rustydusty@gmail.com.
rustydusty@gmail.com, or send them to both of us, and then we can give you a conflicting answer, and that'll be great. No, but the purpose of this challenge is not perfection. The purpose of this challenge is to change your lifestyle in your diet. So next up, we're going to go over, you're not going to have to look at us anymore. We're going to go over the nutrition challenge and how it's going to work on the Beyond the Whiteboard. All right, so now you're in my computer. So what we're going to break down real quick is how does this challenge work? The challenge is funneled through Beyond the Whiteboard. If you don't know what BeyondTheWhiteboard.com is yet, then I have done a horrible job as your coach. BeyondTheWhiteboard.com is the software, online software that we use to log and track your progress throughout your CrossFit life. So what you need to do, if you haven't done already, is you need to download the Beyond the Whiteboard app on your smartphone. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone, that'll work just fine. If you don't have either of those types of phones, go buy one. But if you can't, go ahead and get on the website, beyondthewhiteboard.com, just like I am right now. And you can log all of your information just like that. So what I'm going to go through right now, you can see my little mouse moving. I'm going to go and get to a test challenge to show you what it looks like, all right? So I'm going to go to the lifestyle challenge. This won't look exactly like this for you because I'm an administrator. All right, so test challenge. It ends tomorrow. It doesn't even really mean anything other than that Bruce is winning right now. So this is the challenge. The challenge looks a lot like the CrossFit Open. If you've been looking at the leaderboard, it's got a leaderboard on it. So our challenge starts on March 24th and ends on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Throughout that challenge, you're going to accrue points. You're going to accrue points in how well you eat, how you feel, how much fish oil you've taken, how much water intake you've had, if you've done mobility today or not, how much sleep did you get last night, and did you work out or not? Each one of these categories will accrue points to give you a total number of points throughout the challenge. So let's take a look at me real quick. Jeremy, he's in 5th place, probably only because he ate well once and he worked out once on this challenge. So this is the leaderboard, right? Next thing we're going to go to is I'm going to go to my page, and I'm going to show you how you're going to log things. So right here, if you get to your page, it's going to show your history, your calendar, right? As I scroll down, I've got a lifestyle log. Right now, the test challenge is in effect, okay? All of y'all will see this right now if you're logged in to Beyond the Whiteboard. You'll see a test challenge going on, right? On Monday, the 24th, it will then be the Cinco de Mayo Lifestyle Challenge. That's what'll pop up for you. And it will show you your current rank, how many points you have in the challenge, and how many days are remaining. Here's how you log this stuff. It's very simple. How much sleep did I get last night? I'm going to be really honest right now. 1 to 4. How much water did I consume yesterday? I was a good boy in that regard. Drank about 1 gallon. Mobility work yesterday, not so good. 1 to 4 minutes. How good did I eat yesterday? I ate good. And I ate paleo. If you've been looking over here, my points have gone up. You can see how when I came over to me and I look at Tuesday, my points have gone to 7 points now. Okay, based on the answers I've given so far. Keep taking a look at what happens over here. Fish oil yesterday, I had 4+ grams. Got another 2 points added right there. How did I feel yesterday? I felt pretty good. 18 points now. So I just went from 8 points to 18 points. So I had 10 points for yesterday based on what I did. Okay, so now let's go back to the test challenge page. You can see that was the only day that I'd entered anything. Hey, I jumped up to second place, right? So what did I get? So what do I have going for me now? I've got those points in these categories with a total of 16 points just for entering one day and having 2 workouts on the challenge. All right, so going back. So we're going to run back through this real quick on how this works. I cleared out my whole day that I had just filled in, just to give you a description of how does this pertain to you and what happens if I get more sleep. All right, so I had clicked 1 to 4. That didn't give me any points. Let's say that I hit 5 to 6 hours of sleep. 1 point. You can see that happen right there. Okay. I'm going to unclick that and hit. Nope, I got 7/8 hours of sleep. Okay. Once you get over that, if I would have hit 9+, it's the same thing. You get 2 points for that. Okay. So everything means more. Now I'm going to go to water consumed yesterday. If I got under 32 ounces, I didn't get any points. Okay. Be honest here. This is why this is called a lifestyle challenge. You need to be honest here as far as how much water you drank yesterday. If you drank 32 to 101 ounces, that's 1 point. Okay. And then over 101 ounces, probably going to be 2 points. Let's see. Yep, there it is. 2 points. Okay. So I'll unclick that, and then I'm going to move down to mobility work. Mobility work. Okay. Do you have to do mobility work at the gym? No, you don't have to do mobility work at the gym. Okay, but you know what mobility is. You've got the posters here at the gym. You do it every day when you come to do your workout. If you want to do mobility work on your off day, which is highly recommended, do it. Fill in how long you took. Okay, on our rest days is where we should see the 10 to 29 minute mobility WOD, if you will. Okay. A lot of times when we come in here in the gym, due to our social climate and stuff like that, we spend less time. So try to get up here. Mobility is paramount. Look, when I hit mobility of 10 to 29 minutes, automatically I get 2 points. Once I come down here, those points get smaller. Moving along. How did I eat yesterday? We're going to sit here for just a sec. So how did I eat yesterday? These two here, zone, paleo. That's pretty simple. When it says yesterday, that means yesterday. That doesn't mean yesterday morning. That doesn't mean yesterday evening. That means yesterday as a whole. Okay? In past challenges, we've let you get points per meal based on how you ate that meal. You could eat paleo some meals, zone other meals, and get the point. We're looking at a 24-hour period here as to how far you did, or how you did yesterday in your diet. If you ate 100% paleo yesterday in everything you did, then click paleo. You get 2 points for that right there. Okay? I'm going to uncheck that. Now, if I ate 100% zone yesterday, I didn't eat paleo, meaning I had grains or dairy in my diet, but I proportioned those macronutrients out the way I was supposed to, and I hit zone, guess what? I got 2 points. Now, what if it was paleo zone, Dusty? What do you think I'm going to get?
I think you're probably going to get 3 points.
You are correct, sir. Way to go. So let's unclick that real quick, and we'll go over here to this. What is good and what is bad? If you ate zone or paleo, or both, yesterday, you ate good.
That's good.
If you did not eat zone or paleo yesterday, if you're unable to click either one of those boxes, then you will only click one box on this line. One box and one box only.
That's bad.
And that is bad, right? What's the good news here? You didn't lose any points for eating bad yesterday. You just didn't get any. So we're not taking points away. I'm just not going to give you any. All right? Moving on. Fish oil. If I didn't have any fish oil yesterday, I'm not going to take points away from you for not taking fish oil. We highly recommend you take fish oil. If I take less than 2 grams, I actually get a point. So most HEB brand fish oils are going to fit into this category, okay? Unless you just want to take a huge quantity of them and be burping fish oil all day. Right, 2 to 4 grams, I'm going to get my 2 points. And if I go greater than 4 grams, I still get my 2 points. How did I feel yesterday? I really, really, really need you to be honest about this. Think about your day yesterday when you're filling this out. If yesterday afternoon you were drowsy, you didn't have a whole lot of energy, you woke up yesterday morning extremely sore, no energy, base it on how you felt. Was it an off day? I just wasn't thinking clearly. I was really stressed out yesterday. Those kind of things, we need to be honest about that, because at the end of this 6 weeks, there's going to be a graph that's going to tell you where you were over the last 6 weeks in all of these categories that we're looking at here. And how did you feel yesterday? That's a big deal. Maybe you'll see a trend that on Tuesday, I don't feel good the majority of the time. We need to know those things so that we can reflect at the end of the challenge and maybe make some changes based on this answer right here. If I hit good, I get a point. If I hit bad, I don't get a point. Once again, please be honest. This is yes. If you hit good all the time, you would get a bunch of points over the next 6 weeks. I highly don't recommend that. If I don't see any bads in your 6 weeks, then you're probably not human. Welcome back, everybody. You get to look at us one more time. So we're going to wrap up this video. I hope you got some really good information from it. I'm sure there's some questions that are going to be coming our way. You will see that some of this information that's been thrown at you is very generalized. We meant that to be that way. I want you to have a complete 24 hours of good eating. I don't want you to have 3 meals out of 5 that are good. I want them all to be good. So now you know how the challenge works, how to fill out your lifestyle log day in, day out. BeyondTheWhiteboard.com. Get the app on the App Store. It's a free app. Log on in. If you don't remember how to log in, I know there's some of you out there, let me know. I'll let you know what your login is, okay? So the challenge is 6 weeks. We know this. Beating that dead horse. But what happens at the end of the challenge? Well, like any challenge that we've had, we're going to have a buy-in for the challenge. Challenge is going to be $20, okay? So it's going to be the cheapest challenge we've done ever since opening the gym. We put it at that price because we want you to do it, right? But we also need you to be accountable. If the challenge was free, that accountability factor would be hard to attain, and you also wouldn't have any prizes to go for. So let's talk about prizes real quick, Dusty. What is the winner of the leaderboard at the end of the 6 weeks going to get?
All right, so the winner of the leaderboard portion of the challenge is going to get a free month's membership. It's kind of a big deal.
I didn't see that written anywhere on this page. I don't know where you're getting that from.
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep, he's right.
Right
He's
down the
right.
top.
Yep. All right. So winner of challenge or winner of the leaderboard, 1 month membership. All right.
Yep.
What about a body composition change? The best body composition change in the gym over the next 6 weeks. What are they going to get, Dusty?
I think we're going to give them a free month as well.
Wow. A free month membership at CrossFit Spring Branch.
That's right. Yeah, you can't pick some other box.
Absolutely
Gotta be
not.
This one.
Got it.
All
right. So there are also going to be given 1 week awards. So every week we will give out a prize to the person who's at the top of the leaderboard at the end of that week. The end of that week being Saturday. Guys, thanks for watching. Look forward to update videos from us if you didn't get enough of us right now. There's more to come. Send us your questions. We'll do a little question and answer session, one-on-one with this computer that you'll be watching.
See you then.
See you then. Welcome to the Cinco de Mayo Lifestyle Challenge.
Thanks for watching our video. And good. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Pause. Can I pause it?
Yeah, surely.
It just says stop.
Stop.
This is an outtake, and I suck.